Have you ever come across those videos where people are ranting on social media about plants, animals, or things just looking different than they were some years ago? There are many reasons why this can happen. Some are not so bad because everybody just thinks things are changing, so some chemicals are being added. There's something called selective breeding. There's something called GMO. Everybody keeps screaming GMO, GMO, GMO. They're poisoning us. Things are happening to our plants or happening to our animals, and these people are just out for our lives. It's not always true. So in this video, let me just give you guys a brief explanation of how things can be different. So there's something called hybridization, where you take one thing from this place and take from another place, and then you combine them to give you what you want. But I want to use like human beings as an example so that you can fully understand. When you as a person, you look at, or as a woman, you're like, I want my child to have certain things. Okay, so maybe you want your child to have more silky hair. You want your child to have a pointed nose. You want your child to have a certain skin color. You can decide to marry an Oyibo, right? And so what we call that offspring from that union in layman terms is half caste, but that is like hybridization. Stay with me, okay? So you're taking this from here, and then you're combining it to get what you want in the middle, right? So this can also happen in agriculture with plants. People or farmers are able to take some parent plants and combine with another one, and then they get some traits or some characteristics in the offspring, which is the new plants that they will now have. That's hybridization. And a lot of the things that we see within Nigeria is as a result of this one. GMO is basically going down to the gene of these organisms and changing something. There's this example that always comes to mind whenever I talk about this thing. I don't know if you come across this myth that dogs are able to see evil spirits or ghosts or whatever. Now, let's say as a human being, you want to see ghosts, but you don't have the capacity because that's not what we're made to do, right? That's not how we're wired. And you say, no, I really want to see ghosts. Now, scientists go to the lab. This is not something that is already done. I'm just using this as an example. So scientists can go to the lab and say, what is that trait in dogs that enables them see ghosts, right? So they go to the DNA, to the gene, and then they take that particular gene. Let's say if it was just like a particular gene responsible for this. So they take that gene and then they go to the human body or human gene now, and also fix that gene into the human body. Now, that is it being GMO, if that makes sense. Because they've gone to the gene, the DNA, what makes you, right? They've altered something, they've increased, they've reduced, they've edited something within the gene. That's what makes it GMO. Now, there are so many reasons why GMO products are even existing. Sometimes it's because of pests. They are making these animals or these plants pest resistant. They're making them drought resistant just because of the environment they're trying to get them to adapt so that they are better yield, better whatever. Sometimes it's for medical reasons, and so they go into the genes of these organisms. Now, you should also know that this takes years to research, to test before it is made available for consumption. So just because you see something looking different doesn't necessarily mean that it's GMO. Does GMO exist? Yes. Are there GMO products in Nigeria? Yes, very minimally. I say this lightly because I cannot say there are not, but I mean, there are, just not the quantity that you think, or just not everything that you see. So for now, I think the only one that I know of is maybe cotton and maize. And yeah, I think I've seen soybeans too on the list, but that I'm not very sure of. So let me not give you guys information that I'm not sure. But all those things you see, oh, this tomato looks different, is GMO. Oh, this watermelon looks different, is GMO. Oh, this plant looks different. That's not how GMO works. But yeah, I just wanted to make it give you guys this example. Most of the things that you see maybe as a result of selective breeding, which is another group. But in this video, I just talked about hybridization and your GMO. GMO simply means genetically modified organism. So this modification is done within the genes, okay? Yes, so when someone comes to you and says, don't eat this, is GMO, don't just not eat that. Find out why the person thinks that. And if you've seen this video, share this with in your community so that they know that it's not everything that you see that is GMO. That fruit that you're looking at may not be GMO. It may just be something that was born out of hybridization. I hope that this helps. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye for now.